Today, we look at Urinetown and a behind-the-scenes look at the crew that made it happen. We talk to Spanish teacher Miss Aguilar and stick to the end, where we talk all about the Oscars on today's Frame by Frame and a brand new episode of The Shane Show. Hello, Stallions. My name is Christopher Figueroa.
And my name is Gerardo Zavala Garcia, also known as Tico, and this is The Main Event. Last month, the theater production showed off their version of Urinetown, and we were able to get some interviews with them.
Who in the cast did we interview this time?
Not cast, but crew. We're going behind the scenes. Let's go to Kyle Lee with more.
The San Juan Hills Theater production has made some amazing shows in this theater. One of them being Urinetown. But while many see what is happening on stage, few see what goes on behind the scenes in the weeks leading up to a production such as this.
A lot of the wigs are here. We haven't like a whole inventory of them, but if we really do need a new wig, then we will order some new ones and then sell them. I think we have like over 15 for this show. A lot of them are using their own hair. We're kind of just teasing their own hair, you know, some easy hairstyles, but yeah.
We have scaffolding, we have stairs moving up into this big archway for the city central. We have obviously oil cans and many other small set pieces that also add important elements to the show that we can add here and there and move on and off stage to really immerse yourself in the world of Urinetown.
Props come from different places. Usually we try to see if we already have them in storage. If it's something easy, we'll try and make it. Like we've made maps, books before.
We're audio.
We work audio. We kind of are just like miking the actors, making sure you can like hear them on stage when they need to sing or talk or anything.
Yeah.
So
this crew is very like first-timey. Like
yeah.
Both of our designers, it's their first time doing audio, let alone designing it, and it's our first time doing audio. But
yeah,
we're doing okay, I think.
And we're learning. So
we're learning. Yeah.
Why is crew so important to any production, not in Urinetown? Just why is crew needed so much?
Well, I think it's obvious that like if we didn't have all these people backstage, then the people on stage would not look or sound or like have anything to interact with on stage, and it would just be a bunch of high schoolers running around.
I think that the role that we all play to make the show come together visually, and we're like telling a story and making the audience feel something, so that's the job of the actors and the technicians.
Do you think most people are like trying to focus on one thing, or is like everyone's kind of like bouncing around just?
I mean, you definitely find your focus, you find what you're good at. I mean, there are a couple people who like want to try new things, obviously, and I think that's the important part of like our tech class that allows you to do that. But I think kind of when you find your little niche, you kind of stick to it and you want to stay there because you know you like it and you know you're good at it.
I think that it presents a lot of good opportunities for people who are interested in things like art or like construction, who are able to express themselves in ways like you don't necessarily need to diversify. Picking an area that you have a passion with like beforehand can help you expand like your expertise in an area. Like if you're already an artist, then joining crew and going on to paint is a very good way to exhibit that.
Even if you don't have any experience with something like prior to like a show, if you were to hop onto a design or like just a crew, you're able to just learn so much about that specific area in short period of time too, and it's fun to see how people can like advance and gain ability to do things.
I like how you form like kind of unexpected friendships and stuff, because like I'm like really bad at talking to people, but like being stuck like in the theater for so long, like you start talking to people you wouldn't otherwise.
Especially hair, makeup, and costumes, it's a lot of talking with each other because like you're building these characters together as like one unit, even though you guys are in separate design areas, and I think that's kind of my favorite thing, that you guys are just building something together.
Yeah, there's like 2 weeks where we are here more than we are at our houses, so it's like this is basically our second home. So even though it is a lot of work and it's really intensive, it's like where we build community and we spend so much time together that it's basically just our family.
For the main event, I'm Kyle Lee.
I wonder what other things are going on with the school.
Funny you should say that, because it's time for the VAPA Check with Spencer Waldron.
Hello, I'm Spencer Waldron. It is a quick update on the visual and performing arts here at San Juan. We have a lot of things going on for band. First, they have their Instrumental Music Festival from March 18th to the 20th. It's completely free to attend, so come on out. Second, they also have a concert on March 25th. Tickets should come out early next week. Finally, band will be performing at the Segerstrom Concert Hall on March 31st. Again, tickets come out soon. Students from the Advanced Draw Paint and Draw Paint 1 classes are holding their newest art presentation face-to-face. It will be held in the vault from the 17th to the 28th of March. Last week, students of the Special Education program rehearsed their act with members of dance production, which they showcased at the Above the Stars performance at Dana Hills High School. Moving on, the Advanced Drama class has their new performance, Employees Must Wash Hands Before Murder. It's a student-directed play about a burger joint where someone dies and an emergency inspection is made. It's an overall great performance, and it will be held on the 21st and 22nd. Theater is also now working on their next performance, Les Miserables. We talked to one of the lead actors, Jack Kirkner, to find out more.
So I play Javert, and I have a really interesting story about why I'm super excited to play this role. In 2018, I played Gavroche, the little kid character, in Les Mis at this school. And so this is kind of like a full circle moment, it was 5th grade to senior year. I got to do the same show, and I get to be like the counterpart to Les Mis. We're doing like rehearsals like every day a week. We have like some of us are taking voice lessons, like I'm taking voice lessons with my voice teacher.
That's all for this episode. I'm Spencer Waldron, and have a good weekend, Stallions.
It's now time for our special movie-themed segment.
Frame by frame?
What? No, wait. Yeah, it's time for
Frame by Frame!
Hello, my name is Kyle Lee, and welcome back to Frame by Frame, the show about movies to TV shows and everything in between. If you missed it, the Oscars happened on March 2nd. And to basically sum it up, the film Anora sweeped all the major wins. Well, some are happy about this, others may feel a different film should have won a lot more, such as Dune Part 2 or maybe Wicked. Who is making all these decisions? Well, that's what we plan to get to the bottom of today. First off, if you thought that the general audience had anything to do with which films are nominated or which films win, you would be wrong. A group called the Academy, which consists of over 10,000 members, determines these factors. But who are these people? Well, they're creatives. They are people who work in Hollywood in some sort of way, whether that be an actor, director, producer, or something else. And these people can't apply to join the Academy, but must be invited. So now that we know who is behind these wins, let's take a look at how these films are nominated. Firstly, not all films are eligible to be nominated. The main restriction that can remove a variety of feature films to be nominated is that they are required to run in theaters, in major cities, in the US for at least a week. So any Disney Plus or Netflix original film that is made and not shown in theaters are not eligible. But besides that, most films are fair game. Now, the Academy can nominate films. Anyone in the Academy is able to nominate a film only if they are part of the same branch. So only actors can nominate other actors, or directors can only nominate other directors. The only exception to this is for the Best Picture, which anyone can nominate. Once these nominations are in, they are put through an algorithm to spit out the top nominations in each category. Now comes voting. Academy members can vote in every category, no matter what branch they come from. But here's where voting gets complicated. Members of the Academy are not required to watch every nominated film. Some big news that came out for this year's Oscars is that 4 anonymous Oscar voters said that they chose not to watch Dune Part 2. One of them stating, "The first Dune, I couldn't get through. I'm not rushing for another 3 hours of Dune." The Oscars realized that not all Academy members will watch every film and allows members to abstain from voting for specific categories. Despite this though, they can heavily affect the film's chances of winning some of these categories. And it's not only the Oscars that work like this. Almost every other major film awards show has a very similar system to this. Meaning that at the end of the day, these awards shows aren't representing what majority of audiences believes or enjoys. It is Hollywood themselves that decide out of the films that they chose to watch, which was the best. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's fair, or would you like to see a change in it? Personally, I don't believe it matters too much. Enjoy the films you want to enjoy. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Make sure to join me next month where we will dive into how YouTube creators are making their way into Hollywood. My name is Kyle Lee, and this was Frame by Frame.
We now have a very special interview with one of our Spanish teachers, Miss Aguilar. This is Miss Aguilar, a Spanish teacher at San Juan Hills High School. She's been teaching since the school's opening.
I was actually one of the first people hired here at San Juan Hills High School. I was on the planning team. So I believe we opened up in 2007, but I started a year beforehand. It's been great to see students, now teaching with me. Mr. Bracamontes was a student at Capel when I was there. So Mrs. Martzoff was my student, our first graduating class here at San Juan Hills. So it's just really fun to see students become successful, become adults, and then they come back and share some little anecdotes of what they remember.
Miss Aguilar goes the extra mile to make sure her students are successful.
I want them to do well, so if they're not coming to school, I've gone to their house sometimes. I've made phone calls. I've gone, maybe the furthest I've gone is to El Centro. I really wanted to make a difference and give the Hispanic students, hopefully be a role model, but also give them the tools that they need and remind them that they are worthy of a great education and that they are our future. So we need to definitely invest in them.
She says her students' futures are bright, but
if they want to be successful, you do got to work hard, right? Like that's anyone that is successful, right? They put a lot of time into their craft. They put a lot of energy, right? And if they're passionate about something, right, you got to put in the time. So I hope they see my passion and hopefully they find their passion somewhere and make a difference in this world.
I'm Tico for the main event.
From the court to the field, we have your support. Sit back, relax for the Sport Report.
Yo, that was fire.
Where on earth do you think you're going? Fine, that's what I thought. Sorry about that, Stallions. One of the clones got out, but he's being dealt with anyways. My name is Jet Rivera, and it's time for the Sport Report, so let's get right into it. It's time to hit some sticks with girls lacrosse. On Tuesday, they left for El Toro, only returning home after a groovy 20-8 win. Today, they're off again, trotting to test their luck at Trabuco Hills for a 5:30 game. While the girls are gone, boys volleyball had yet another conquering success on Wednesday against La Serna, defeating them 3-1. Today, they roll out to try another triumph at Costa Mesa. That's all for now. If you have any highlights, clips, or information, please email us at sjhtvnews@gmail.com by Thursday to be featured. Anyway, Stallions, I'm Jet Rivera, the real Jet Rivera, and this has been the Whoa! Sheesh, another one got out. Sorry about that. This has been the Sport Report. Whew.
Now it's time for our final segment.
The Shane Show.
Shane Show, Shane Show, Shane Show.
Yeah, Hello, hello, and welcome to the Shane Show, where I, Shane Joseph Roberts, take 2 contestants, face them off, and ask them not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 academic questions. We've got a good show for you today with our 2 contestants, which are Ryan Oakley and Nate Weber. Welcome to the show. How do you feel being on the program?
I feel really excited. I'm glad to be here, Shane.
I'm really hyped, Shane.
Oh, well, I'm really hyped too to have you on. Before we begin, it's a tradition on our show. We'd like to learn a little bit about you, get to know you a bit. Ryan, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, so I played water polo a little bit early on this year, and I'm actually on the varsity volleyball team right now. And I'm also vice president of True North Club, which meets every Wednesday at lunch.
Nice, yeah, that's a club where all 3 of us are a part of, and
Yes.
It's a really great club. What about you, Nate?
I attend that True North Club in room CO2. I also love cars. As you can see, my South OC Cars and Coffee sweatshirt that I've worn almost every day for 2 years. I also love hanging out at my church with friends, and I work there also, and I'm able to just hang out with friends and serve God.
Nice, love to see it. And then you also mentioned you're a big fan of cars. Do you have a brand you like in particular?
I like Audis. They're just so like sleek and fancy looking. Also, favorite Audi, probably Audi RS6.
Nice. All right, well, it's good to get to know you both a bit. Now let's begin the Shane Show with our first question, which is, occurring between 1920 to 1933, this is the Roaring Twenties, the period of time when alcoholic beverages were outlawed in the U.S. is known as what? Your options are Prohibition. Nate?
The Prohibition.
It is Prohibition. Congratulations, Nate! You win our first point. We now have a score of 1-0. With Nate, you are taking the lead. Congratulations. A second question is, in physics, what property of matter is used to describe how heavy an object is and is determined by how much matter an object contains? Your options are inertia, mass, or motion.
It was mass.
It is mass. Oh my goodness, everyone. We are now tied. It is currently anyone's game, my friends. But that is about to change with our third question, which is, in which country did the genre of country music originate? Your options are the UK.
America.
It is America! All right, we now have a score of 2-1. All right, so how's this next question's gonna work is, Nate, if you get this next question, you will win our game. Ryan, if you get this next question, we'll go into sudden death, and whoever wins sudden death will win our game. So, this last question is probably the most fundamental one today, which is, what is the most common main color of a water polo ball?
Yellow.
It is yellow. Congratulations,
Yes.
Nate! You are our winner. Would you like to know what you win?
I would like to know.
Let's get it out for you. We have for you our San Juan Hills t-shirt. There we go. And it's all yours, Nate. Thank you for winning our show. Pleasure to have you on.
Pleasure to be here, Shane.
Too, Thank you, Shane. Now, before we conclude our show, we'd like to thank the San Juan Hills Student Store for providing us with our t-shirts here today. The Student Store is home to a bunch of school merchandise from pants, t-shirts, hoodies, and so much more. So if you want to have your own San Juan Hills t-shirt, head down to the Student Store. It's also called the Trading Post. Anyways, that concludes our show. Thank you again, Ryan. Thank you again, Nate. And thank you, my dear audience, for watching our program. Make sure to come back next week. We'll have more contestants, more questions, more prizes, and as always, more fun. Thank you all for watching, and good day!
Good day.
Shane Show, Shane Show, Shane Show.
And that concludes our program for March 14th, 2025. Make sure to check back next week for another episode of the main event. Also, you can scan this QR code to watch our previous newscasts if you haven't already, or go to our official website at sjhtv.com. Until next time, Stallions, I'm Gerardo Zavala Garcia, also known as Tico.
And I'm Christopher Figueroa, signing off.